Hello everyone, my name is Drew Brock with Luxury Estates International. I'd love to show you around this absolutely remarkable penthouse on the 36th floor of Veer Towers. Tonight, we are showcasing this absolutely stunning penthouse here on the 36th floor of the West Tower, here in Veer Towers on the Las Vegas Strip. Guys, this is a art piece. This is a remarkable penthouse that was previously owned by Peter Lik, the well-renowned photographer and artist that has done outstanding work globally. Guys, this is phenomenal. I cannot wait to go in depth and truly show you what this penthouse has to offer. And before we have recovered the studio, the 1-bed and the 2-bed here in Veer Towers, now this is the grand finale. Also, if you've seen the previous videos, as you know, after the property tour, I go in depth about the lifestyle, the building, and the HOA amenities themselves so you can get fully grasp what Veer Towers has to offer you guys. My name is Drew Brock. I'm a luxury real estate agent here in Las Vegas, and this is it right here. This I'm super excited about showcasing. So without further ado, let's jump into this penthouse and come walk with me through this property. All right, guys, we are outside of the unit. And before we enter in, like before, I like to showcase the floor before we enter in. So this floor only has 4 units. So 4 penthouses are on this floor. And you have this whole side to yourself. So let's enter in and see what we got going on tonight. Entering in, I want to disclose a couple things. You're going to notice over $1 million in custom design. You'll see artwork all throughout by Peter Lik himself, signed and dated all throughout, which is just absolutely gorgeous. And everything is fully furnished. So truly we have something remarkable in store. So let's talk about this entrance. We are greeted by this beautiful art piece made of wood that goes up the wall and cascades over above on the ceiling. It has accent lighting above, and then we have accent lighting hanging on by this red yarn with 3 lighting pendants. This is stunning, and the red is a great contrast with both of Peter's artwork here with the red leaves for the fall and in the canyon. Already this is a beautiful tone to get us started. You'll notice the flooring throughout is this 18 by 36 inch black stone that's almost like a pebble tech, and it has a really nice texture to it. So we're going to start off here. Right off the front of the entrance is our first half bathroom, and starting from ceiling to floor we have these floating pendant lightings that shine right off the mirror. This is absolutely gorgeous. On the wall we have 12 by 24 inch stone tile with these crystals built inside of it that just shine off and reflect light. Then we have this floating vanity made of actual wood with this sink that's been made of this gray and black stone, and the plumbing is installed into the wall. Guys, we are starting off hot already with this showing of this property tour. I'm so excited to continue more and more throughout it. And then we have part of his art here. Something to highlight as well is you'll notice a lot of the door frames throughout are made of this real wood, and this wood is super warm, and the tone it brings is beautiful. And they have these solid corridors, and this is absolutely remarkable. Moving in to the first bedroom. So to my right, this is a closet that holds custom cabinetry for your closet, which you do not find too often in Veer Towers itself of the custom cabinetry. So this is beautiful, and I love the dark wood it has and the built-in finger pulls. And now for this first bedroom. This is not the primary, this is our first bedroom. So let's start from the ceiling down to the floor. So we have distributed audio above. We have these two beautiful chandeliers that just bleed this light throughout this room. Absolutely gorgeous. On this back wall, we have this curtain wall of glass that looks right out into Aria Resort and all of CityCenter. We are facing northwest of the strip. This is absolutely gorgeous. And like I said before, everything is fully furnished and comes with the house, well, the penthouse. Guys, this is remarkable. And something that truly makes this furniture pop out is his artwork and photography by Peter Lick. The color coding and the grade of it beautifully matches the tones of each room. So you'll notice a lot of artwork throughout. Absolutely gorgeous. And something I want to highlight before we go into the bathroom is these cement pillars. You'll notice a lot of ones we've seen, they actually paint the pillars. Instead here, they left it with the stone texture, no paint, and I'm so glad they did it. Looks beautiful. Now, moving into the bathroom, we have a lot to break down. So again, let's start from the ceiling and move down. So the ceilings in the bedroom are around 13 feet, and we drop down to about 12 to 11 feet here in the bathroom. We have this backsplash that is around, I believe, 8 inches by 40 of this glistening tile. This is beautiful, and the texture is really rigidy, and it feels really nice to the touch. This runs up this whole wall, and we have this gigantic bathtub with the plumbing installed into the wall, and we do have a handheld as well. Moving throughout, we have this flooring that has this like zebra finish to it, which is 24 by 24 inch tile. And then here we have our dual vanity, and we have dual sinks, and we have that natural granite stone that we saw before in a lot of the units. Beautiful green texture to it. And then we have this brushed whiteout veneer flat panel cabinetry below. Absolutely stunning. Massive mirror, recessed lighting above and also on the mirror in the front. Stunning. Moving on more into the bathroom, we have our walk-in shower. So that flooring becomes the accent wall here for the shower. So we have a handheld and a waterfall feature. And then that glistening backsplash also becomes here in the shower as well. The flooring is this really abstract stone looking mosaic tile. This is beautiful. Great first bathroom and shower that we've seen. And we do have our toilet here. And the door to section this off is the traditional stained glass with the aluminum frame for the door. So that completes our first bedroom. And one thing I want to highlight before I do leave is you'll notice we have remote controls that actually control the drop down shades and the curtains, both in this room and all throughout the unit. Now, moving out of the first bedroom, let's dive into what we have in store. Behind this is just your electric box. But guys, here we are. Let's get a quick panning view. And to note, this is over 100 feet of wraparound glass looking out into the Las Vegas Strip and Valley. Absolutely gorgeous, stunning, one of a kind. Here we have a Crestron system that controls the whole penthouse, and we do have our Google Nest thermostat here. So first, let's dive into the dining area, and we have to talk about this wall. So it is stacked 11 times with this natural rock. It almost looks like lava rock. This is remarkable. The touch is real. The texture is beautiful. Guys, I love it. I love the backsplash that it is for this dining room. above the ceiling is made of that real wood that we saw before. Here in the front entrance, we have linear vents, so that is very high end that you'll notice in a lot of luxury homes. Recessed lighting running down into the kitchen, but here we have a beautiful chandelier hanging above the dining room table. And this is where you would dine for your dinner, lunch, and breakfast, and truly conversate with friends and family and guests that you have here. Beautiful dining room, great way to start off the main living space. Now let's move into the kitchen that I feel like completely goes the opposite direction of what we just saw in the dining room or the dining area. This just pops of bright and light of the white. This is beautiful. So we have a 6 by 5 foot island here right in the middle. On the apron side, we have room for bar stool sitting of 3. And this is made of white quartz that has a waterfall feature that cascades down on both sides. Absolutely beautiful island. Now let's talk about the cabinetry itself. We have this white stained glass as the front of all the cabinetry that reflects a lot of the light all throughout the unit, that it's almost like a mirror. It's beautiful. And the cabinetry itself is extremely high end. So here you'll notice there are some that move upward, so making it seamless that it doesn't come out to you. And the hardware is very well done. Below, under the cabinets, the counter, it actually cascades in, so you can put your fingers inside and pull the cabinets out. And the cabinets themselves, they have stained glass on both sides, aluminum framing, and the base to it has a strong grip to it. Very well done with the cabinets throughout, and it's very seamless, minimal design. Gorgeous. More of that white quartz countertops throughout that also rises up into the backsplash for the kitchen. We have our 36-inch electric stovetop. Beautiful. Moving down, we do have a trash receptacle here. And then we have our built-in oven and microwave, both by Miele. Fantastic brand, and they also are sheathed in that white stained glass. Here, this is our Thermador refrigerator, which is absolutely beautiful, massive, and great storage capacity. And then moving back to the island, we have our above mount sink. And then on to the left of the sink, we have our built-in dishwasher. And then on the right of the refrigerator, we have our pantry area that do have shelves that pull out, drawers that pull out. Guys, this is a remarkable kitchen. I love it. Recessed lighting above, another linear vent as well. Very well done. Moving on, this is our laundry room. So no more laundry closet, we have a laundry room. We have a storage closet here on the right. We have our washer and dryer by Whirlpool, and then we have cabinets above. And something I want to highlight too is this door right here. This actually leads out into the hallway on the opposite side of the floor. Super unique. And it does have a lock on it, so no one's going to enter in without having to go through a very hard door. Now, let's talk about this wine closet. This is remarkable and beautiful, and I did count. It is 28 by 13. So this holds 364 bottles on one side, meaning it holds 728 bottles in total. So if you collect wine, you have a lot of room here. So good luck filling it up, but if you do, I need to see a photo because I'll be highly impressed. On the left side of the wine closet, we have 2 refrigerators to store wine. We have this beautiful wood countertop that runs all the way down to the wall of the glass, and we do have these freestanding glass shelves as well. So this could be a great area for maybe particularly your office or just a study area to read, things as such. And then here we are looking out into the strip, and we are facing south now. Park MGM, New York, Waldorf. This is gorgeous. Now, let's move out of this area and move into the main living space. Now, this is a showstopper. I want to give you guys this angle because this is absolutely gorgeous. Again, ceiling to floor. We have distributed audio, 3 chandeliers above. You'll see this area above right here. That has a drop-down television in it. So, wondering where the TV is? That's where it's hiding. 13-foot ceilings. And this is where you hang out. This is where you conversate. This is where you lounge, where you take a break for the day. This is just absolutely beautiful and well designed. Moving down, this would be your family room, and then across it, this is your living room. And like I said before, we do have drop-down shades that just by click of a button, they all come down and can block out all the natural light that does come in. So we have another massive chandelier above the living room. And this is a little bit darker. As you notice, we do play with darker and lighter tones throughout, which is a good balance. And this is another beautiful area of the penthouse itself. And we have another pillar here made of that cement that runs up. Absolutely gorgeous. Another thing I want to mention too, is you'll notice we have a lot of outlets built into the floor, which is great because majority of your wall is glass and you cannot put an outlet in that. So having outlets running throughout the unit on the floor and very convenient. But as we back up now, this is our primary suite. So we have 2 slider doors that allow us access into the primary suite. And just this introduction is very intimate and warm as soon as we enter. As we take 2 steps up, I'm already kind of like just wanting to jump into bed and just chill. This is beautiful. So we have that same wood accent as the accent wall behind the primary bedroom that rises up, and we do have plugins above, so if you want to add chandeliers or more lighting, you are able to do that. Right across is your television screen, which is very nice. And then this is our walk-in closet, custom cabinetry built throughout to hold all your clothes, suits, watches, jewelry, anything that you need and please to have. And again, drop down shades, click of a button, and we face right onto Aria and CityCenter. This is a beautiful view. We are 36 floors up. We are the highest floor possible. The only higher floor is the infinity pool above us. Moving into the primary suite's bathroom. Guys, I've seen many luxury bathrooms, and this one is very unique to itself. So let's start with the floating vanity. We have this sink that cascades down one direction. Beautiful design here, and the plumbing that's built into the wall, and this very fun and heartwarming flower design for the faucet. This is gorgeous. That same floating light that cascades down from the ceiling here to give you that accent lighting. Mirror, and then we have that same 12 by 24 inch tile that actually wraps all the way around throughout the bathroom. Now we gotta talk about this bathtub. It looks like half of an egg. It's been made out of wood, and then they put this material over it so that it could withstand having water in it so it doesn't warp or break or crack. This is a beautiful, beautiful bathtub. Whoever designed this, outstanding job. This is gorgeous. And then moving down, this is our shower. So the flooring doesn't change at all, actually. You can seamlessly walk into the shower. The tile changes more into this 8 by 18 inch tile. And look at this plumbing. It runs up from the floor and curls around like a candy cane, and it has this waterfall feature that comes down. Very minimal design. This is beautiful. And it has a body washer, and there's 2 of them, so 2 people can shower here effortlessly with plenty of room. And we do have this huge glass pane to separate the shower from the other side of the bathroom. And in the back wall, we do have a toilet. Guys, that wraps up the penthouse. And it's been a journey walking through this penthouse. This is absolutely gorgeous. This is one of a kind. This is an art piece. Truly, this is one of my favorite units that we've toured so far. And no matter what angle you see of this penthouse, it is truly remarkable. But now, I'm going to jump into the lifestyle, the building, the HOA, and the amenities that Veer Towers offers. And at the end, I'll wrap this all up. All right, guys, we are taken to a bird's eye view. And before we zoom out, I want to touch on the orientation of where your unit sits and the view you have. So if you're north facing, you get premium views of the strip and the skyline. Typically, north facing units have the best views, and the pricing is much higher depending on where your unit sits. If you have west facing units, you see a lot of mountain views and red rock, and you get a lot of the sunsets, and you're also facing directly toward Aria, which is remarkable. And then east facing, you'll have more of sunrises, and you get a lot more of direct sunlight coming from the east. So depending on that, you might want to definitely have drop shades for things as such in the morning. And then south facing, you have a broader city view, and you see right into like Waldorf, New York, things as such, MGM Grand. And some of the south facing unit as well, you're going to have the A Stadium being built, so you actually be able to see the baseball game straight from your unit, which is remarkable. But now, let's zoom out, reset this to north. And what I did here for us is I highlighted key areas within the city so that we can really take a look on where we sit in Las Vegas and also what is in our surrounding areas. So the key areas I want to talk about is definitely the interstates, the parts of town, and areas that I feel like you definitely should check out if you are unfamiliar with Vegas. If you are familiar with Vegas, you could probably skip ahead 20 seconds. But so here, this is the I-15. This runs parallel with the Las Vegas Strip. This blue marker, this is Veer Towers to keep an eye on. This is where you're located. And then as we move up north, we have the Art District. This is close to Old Vegas. And this is a lot of where you find like Circa and the Plaza. This is all those hotels up here. Art District has tons of bars, thrift shops, and a lot of cool areas to check out. If we move south down the I-15, we run into the 215, and that brings us west or east. We also, directly south of us, have the Harry Reid Airport, which is super close proximity, which is very ideal. And then talking about the 215, if you go east, it runs south and then keeps continuing to go east into Henderson. And down here, this is a lot of McDowell Highlands, Askaya, Seven Hills, Southern Highlands are over here. And then if we go the opposite direction, if you're going west, you'll see I highlighted all the Costco's because those are definitely necessary to know where those are. 215 heads up north and west, and we're in the southwest here, and then Summerlin is in this area located here. Now, let's talk about one last key area is Chinatown, which is in close proximity to you guys as well. A lot of cool restaurants and places to check out there as well. So super close proximity to that. Now, let's talk about the other tags that you guys notice, the green and red ones. So first, let's talk about the red ones. And the red ones I highlighted are grocery stores that are located near Veer Towers. And these are more of the like well-known businesses. You'll see a lot more of the public use. On the strip, there's dozens of grocery stores and hundreds of restaurants. And I'm not going to blow up the strip because, as we know, we all have that there. So if you want to pay for groceries on the strip, you definitely can. The closest one I saw to you guys is Target, right across the street, and actually the ratings are really good for it. But just outside the strip, you have Smith's, which I really like to go to. You also have Vaughn's, very close proximity, and then just north of you, you do have the Costco Business Center, if you do have a Costco membership and like shopping in bulk. And then the green ones are banks. So I tagged, bigger name brands for banks such as like Wells Fargo, Citibank, Bank of America, things as such, that are just in close proximity to you. And if you have a different bank, I bet it won't be too far. And then the closest ones I saw regarding Veer Tower is the Navy Federal Credit Union. And also if you're huge into cryptocurrency, there's a CoinSource Bitcoin ATM just across the street. But yeah, this is a quick bird's eye view of just the city, where you sit in Veer Tower, and just to give you an idea of distance and things as such while you are making a decision on Veer Towers, or just considering Vegas itself and seeing where you're located. So before we jump into the lifestyle Veer Towers offers, let's talk about Veer Towers itself, the actual building. So Veer Towers is located centrally in the Las Vegas Strip. We're in between Aria and Vdara resorts, and we are connected right into the shops at Crystals. So Veer Towers is two 37-story residential towers that hold 670 condominium units. And something that makes Veer Towers unique is it was made to be a condominium community for residential living, rather than a lot of the other high-rises you notice. They're like condo hotels or resort-style properties. And something structurally different about Veer Towers is the architectural design. Both towers are leaned in opposite directions, which makes a unique silhouette on the Las Vegas Strip. And the design process was to feel like an urban modern living. So you have floor-to-ceiling windows and glass, open layouts, strong city views, and walkability right into the middle of the strip. So instead of just feeling like a normal residential tower, Veer offers an integrated feel into the city life. Also, Veer Towers has integrated commissioned artwork throughout the building that you'll see that was passed through the CityCenter art program, which is absolutely beautiful. And the last thing I want to touch on regarding the building itself is the actual orientation of your unit and how much that matters. So typically north-facing units go for a premium, especially on the upper levels, due to the unobstructed views you have of the strip. You also have west-facing units. Those have a completely different environment as they see more of the sunset and the mountain views. Then you have lower level units and more interconnected units that see more of the city center and the urban environmental living. So you aren't really just buying square footage when you buy a unit here in a high rise. You're looking for perspective, the light, the privacy you have. All of that connects to the everyday living you have from your windows. So that's a lot of why you see different pricing even for the same unit, because truly your view matches a lot of the energy that you feel day to day in a high-rise unit. Now, the lifestyle Veer Towers offers is fully integrated into the strip. As soon as you walk into this high-rise, you're complimented by the convenience, the privacy, and the vertical living it offers. So as a resident here, you are given a key fob, and this key fob allows you access throughout the whole building. Without it, You cannot go up and down the elevators, you cannot access common areas, and you cannot access Veer Towers from the street either. This key fob allows you to open the doors and move in and out throughout the building, so only residents have that privacy and control. Also, as a resident, you have your own mailbox, packages are dealt with at the front desk, and on each floor you do have a convenient trash chute, so you don't have to traverse all the way down X amount of floors depending on where you are just to throw away your trash. So that convenience is really, really great here. One key difference Veer Towers has compared to other high-rise buildings here in Las Vegas is being completely connected to the city center, but also being subjected away from it. What I mean by that is you are walking distance away from the crystals, entertainment, nightlife, shows, and just the life on the strip. But as soon as you enter back into the building and go back to your unit, you step right back into that comfortable private lifestyle that Veer Towers offers. Another great lifestyle feature here at Veer Towers is the valet parking. None of it's self-parking, which is super convenient, especially for residents. So if you're driving in, you leave your car at valet and they take care of it for you. But in the opposite side of it, if you're getting ready to go to dinner, go to work, things as such, you just call them, you let them know that you're coming down and your car is ready for you as you come down the stairs. So that is a awesome lifestyle amenity Veer Towers offers. And as we finish up on the lifestyle segment, I also want to talk about what the people at Veer Towers brings in, as the lifestyle is very different from condo hotels. So you'll see a lot of full-time residents here. You'll notice a lot of second home owners that like to be on the strip when they visit here in Vegas. You see a lot of lock and leave buyers, and also just professionals. So the lifestyle Veer Towers offers is much different than condo hotels, as they offer short-term rentals, but Veer Towers doesn't. So comparatively, the environment here is a lot more residential and controlled. But that is all for the lifestyle Veer Towers offers. Now let's move into the HOA and the amenities it offers. All right, so let's jump into the HOA and the amenities. So first, HOA, what is it made of, the structure and the payments? So let's talk about what we all want to know, the payments. It really depends on your unit. If you have a studio, a 1-bed, 2-bed, a penthouse, that truly depends the price of your monthly payment. So for example, a studio, you're looking around $800 per month. While if you own a penthouse, you're looking all the way up to $3,600 a month. So depending on the square footage of your unit and where it's placed in the building, that has a huge impact on your price. But as I know that might seem like a lot, Veer Towers is a luxury high-rise. There's a lot it offers while you're a resident here. It covers management, recess areas, concierge, security, valet. It also covers your water, your sewage, your trash. So there's a lot of it collecting into one, which is completely taken care of for you. And the security behind this HOA is tremendous. They do not mess around, and they make sure that you are well kept up and secure. And then also talking about the amenities the HOA covers, there are tons here at Veer Towers, not just on the strip, here in Veer Towers. So let's start small and grow from there. Veer Towers has lounge areas where you can sit, relax, watch TV. You also have areas you can have conference calls or things as such. And then moving up, you have recess areas like a dog park where you can take your pet out and hang out and do all that while being in the concrete jungle. Also, you do have a fitness center that looks out onto the strip. And you also have 2 pools on both rooftops at the 37th floor. They actually have an infinity edge that look out into the strip, so it looks like water falling onto Las Vegas Boulevard. It's truly an awesome spot. And you have lounge areas there as well, cabanas, and an outdoor grilling area that is well kept up. Guys, that wraps up the full property tour, well, penthouse tour, and building tour. Truly, it's been a blast and an honor being able to showcase Veer Towers to all of you guys. It is started in the studio, to the 1-bed, to the 2-bed, and now in this absolutely remarkable penthouse. It's been a blast. And stay tuned, because we'll continue checking out all of the high rises that Las Vegas has to offer, and we're going to keep getting better and better. even though this is gonna be hard to top, but we will find that next unit. Huge, massive thanks to the listing agent, Michelle Manley, for allowing us to film and showcase this penthouse. This is a remarkable unit, and truly, I hope to bring a buyer to truly appreciate and make use of this space here on the Las Vegas Strip in Veer Towers. And guys, if you would like to privately see this and have a private showing here in Veer Towers, feel free to reach out. My information's here on the screen and also in the description below. I'm here to be a value and a resource to all, and I work with everyone no matter the price range. So feel free to reach out if you have any questions, concerns, or just want to dive right into real estate yourself. It's been an honor showcasing Veer Tower to everyone here tonight and throughout this month of May and June. So stay tuned as we continue to see more and expand on the Las Vegas Valley. That is all for tonight. Have a great rest of the night, and I'll see you soon.